Hello and welcome. Whew. Oops. Oh well. He didn't get to see that I finished P3. Man, my mic's still really loud. Hold on. Test! Yeah, there we go. Should be in the yellow. Okay, I don't have much time left. Oh. But, just to get the safety rating up a tiny bit. Come on. Okay, let's do this again.
Green flag, green flag. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
That was awful. Wow.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel. One more lap. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Oh no. No, are you? Ah, man.
Ticket flag, ticket flag.
Shame. Such a shame. I hate that curve. Man. Okay. Oh well. What's that P2? Oh, P3. Oh, that's alright. I think I could have been on pole. I'm not sure. My sit-ups. Race. Okay.
One lap to green. Line up on the right side. Pit road is closed.
No, don't get the hiccups now.
Could someone here potentially hand deliver a package to the Pentagon for me?
Are you trying to get on the list?
I'm already on them, buddy, so I don't know what you're saying.
You trying to get us on the list?
As someone who's friends with him in person, I can guarantee you guys he is definitely on the list. What kind of music you guys bumped in for the start of the race?
The V8 of the Cadillac?
Good answer.
About to go green, stay focused. Post car is off, time to do your job. Green flag, green flag.
Hello, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Hey mate, all good, just starting a race.
I'll be quiet for you then.
Yeah, just for a second please. It's at Le Mans, so it's tough.
Oh, it's such a good track though.
There we go. Okay, now I'm on the straight.
There's a lot of them, which is always good.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah. Is it the fixed challenge, I'm guessing then?
No, no, it's European. It's European sprint series. I'm practicing for Le Mans because I'll be starting the race for the team.
Oh yeah, nice. No pressure. Which one are you driving? Which car?
Caddy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I was gonna buy the Caddy to be honest, but then they're teasing what looks to be the Porsche and the Acura.
Yes. I'm gonna buy the Porsche, sure.
Oh yeah, they're both sexy cars, aren't they?
Dude,
as a,
as a die-hard Porsche fan, I have to buy the Porsche.
I just like the relationship that iRacing have with them, to be honest, because we tend to get Porsches pretty quickly, and they always, and a lot of them as well.
Yeah, I mean, we even got the Mission E, like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. Not that anyone drives it.
No,
we still have it.
It's dead, but it was cool for a while when we did have it.
Yeah. You know, it was only like a year ago or something, wasn't it? It came to us.
Oh, I think even less actually.
Yeah.
It could be just over a year because time flies. But yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Because I remember seeing it pop up when like not long after I started. I was like, oh, that's really cool. I'll drive that when I get my license up.
Yeah, did.
Yeah.
Nearly P2. Oh, I am P2, but nearly P1.
Oh, very nice.
I had an awful race before. I started on pole by like 8/10 of a second. And then just out of the first Dunlop chicane, the car, I don't like the rear end of the setup. It just started slipping and sliding all over the place. I was like, and I lost a bunch of positions and then it all went wrong from there.
Yeah, it's the hard thing with Le Mans, isn't it? Is that you can't have the car set up for it to be nice everywhere. You sort of got to have a compromise somewhere, don't you?
Well, the old setup we were running was fine, but it seemed that everyone liked this one better, so I just have to go with it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's the way it is.
But,
not much I can
just
change.
track the TC, kill your lap times, who cares? Just be safe. That's half the battle, with cause that's the 24-hour one you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, well the TC is already at 10 out of 12, so it's already up there.
You're in second position right now.
Oh, so P2 had a crash, or P3 had a crash. I'm faster than P1, but I need the consistency to get up to him.
Yeah, it's always the hardest thing, isn't it? It's just keeping consistent. I got a P7 yesterday in GT3s, Le Mans, and I was pretty happy with that. And like, I was on pure pace. I did not deserve to be there, but I was just consistent. I just didn't make mistakes. Everyone around me did.
That's last lap of the last race. I did the race I did before. I just gained 2 positions just because people crashed.
Yeah, nice.
I think I fell all the way down to 20th and made it back up to P5.
Oh, that's a good effort. How are the GT3s like passing them? Like, do they get in your way a lot?
It's GTEs for this one, so it's a little bit
Oh, it
harder
is.
because the top speed is way higher.
Yeah, it is.
But
as
it's
well,
not that
yeah.
bad. I'm in an LMDH only split for that for that part anyway, so it doesn't really matter for now.
Yeah, perfect. It'll matter on the 24-hour race though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Last year I had GTEs every single lap at Porsche curves. It was
that's the
annoying,
worst,
and that was
isn't
in an LMP1 car as well.
That is not where you hire Olympic one too.
Nope,
Bugger. That is
every
not where you
single
wanna
lap.
catch them, though. That's so unfortunate.
I could have set the fastest lap of the race, but no.
Well,
was so sad.
you know that you would have. You know that you could
Yeah, yeah, sure. I know that I could have. Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah, because are they doing away with GTE, like the actual class?
Yeah, yeah.
real
In
life?
real life and in iRacing as well next year, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And there's just all becoming the GTD, which is GT3.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Confused
right.
enough.
Nah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they used. I think it's only called GTD because it used to be called GTLM for the GTs when they still ran those back in IMSA. So they used to run GTEs and GT3 in the same race, which was
Yeah. Okay.
that got me confused at the start because like, why do these cars look the same but one's faster than the other?
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that one.
But it's a dead class.
No, exactly. And besides, you know, consolidating cars on the service as well. I'm all for.
Yeah,
Like,
true,
just
true.
enter my boat of the Mercedes GT3 and get everything done. Oh, I've driven it since season 3 last year, or season 4 last year? Season 4, yeah, season after it arrived. And I've just never dropped it. I love it.
Yeah, it's a really good car. I mean, I've never driven it, but from what I've heard and seen and so on, it's a really solid car choice.
Yeah, honestly, it seems not great at any track when there's always, like I say, you know, the Ferraris are really strong, or the Audi, or the Porsches just have a lot of grip, sort of thing, and it seems...
I don't think the Audi's strong anywhere, honestly. Or the Lamborghini.
To
Those
be
are,
honest, I'm thinking like last season or season before,
Yeah.
where the Audi was the choice. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the Mercedes shines anywhere, but I don't know. It's just home.
they did quite well at Spa though. It was,
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're pretty right with that one.
consider.
Yeah.
I remember the guys. One of our teams that we ran for Spa did a really good job, and then it crashed for the first 2 splits, and then the last split they finally did a good job, and I think they came P3.
Yeah, nice. That's really good. That's really good. I answered that with my local friends.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because I'm from Australia. If you can't.
Yeah,
tell.
I can hear. I'm a Kiwi, so I can understand you. It's fine.
Yes, I can hear that too. Don't worry.
Perfect.
But yeah, so it sort of worked out better for our timing anyway. And plus, like when I say local, like these guys are within half an hour of my driveway. So I know I'm in real life, so I'm always
Oh
give
yeah,
it a
it's all
priority,
good.
to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were doing we did poorly, and then we did really well, and then we did poorly again. And,
Yeah,
in the time slot we had, it was like there was 22 splits or something like that, and we were on split 10. And we finished like 22nd of like 45 cars. So I was like, we are the definition of mediocre. We are.
Everything, everything in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's pretty funny.
I can't even
It's
remember
just,
where we finished. I have to go and see. I have no clue where we finished.
It's just our closing section of the race. I don't know, like you guys would have had the same thing too, but yeah, the closing stage of the race, like the last 3-4 hours, there was so many marbles on the track, and the track was really hot.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as you got offline, you just looped it. Like we watched like 3 or 4 cars in front of us, whether they were lap cars or cars we were lapping, just die.
Yeah, we
it
had
was
the same
really
thing.
bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't driving then, I'll say that. But yeah, I was just watching it, and then like any little tiny little bit offline, like we were just losing either the front or the back end, and I was like, oh, this is going to end in tears. And it did twice for us. We crashed at No Name and crashed at Puon.
Oh no, those are the 2 worst corners to crash at.
Yep.
Super high speed.
Yeah, so the Puon crash as well was probably the worst what you could get to. You started washing wide a little bit because you had to collect the rear end, and and you know the front of that exit curb.
The front of the...
Everyone-
Yes. Oh yeah, the big bump.
Everyone's hit it. Everyone's hit it
Yep,
before
yep.
in practice or whatever. Yep. So yeah, hit that head on. There wasn't much left of our car after that.
Yeah, that'll kill you. That'll be dead, man. We drove the Porsche and we surprisingly only had one small incident at Puon.
Oh really? Yeah, because the new Porsche is pretty stable, I've heard as well.
Not through Puon, no.
No. Can't imagine it would.
That was death. That was death like nearly every single time.
Yeah. Bugger. Had like 24 hours of it. What, 600 laps?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was very hard to control it through. I've had a few like Code Brown moments through there. Not just in the race, but in the practice races I did as well. It was crazy.
Yeah, bugger. I did the graveyard shift for ours, so I did from like 1 AM till about 7 AM.
Oh, I love that time, eh?
Oh, it was as in like real time.
Yeah.
So it was, but for the split, the race time, it was just all overnight anyway. So I had like the best conditions.
Nice. Yeah, that's always great, eh?
Yeah, it was very nice.
I think one of our Canadian fellas had the night shift. In sim at least. For me that was the middle of the day. And he just he's blistering it. I forgot what it was, but I think it was close to the fastest one of the session.
Yeah, it would have been. Like I ended up taking fastest lap for our team, not by like 1/10 or something. But yeah, it's because I had best conditions.
Right, yeah. No, that's good.
And because we did ours in pairs, so we had 5 drivers, and so we went like hour on and then hour off to spotting.
Alright.
So I did 1 till 7, but only drove 4 stints, and the other guy did 3 stints in there too. And that was the other guy who was about 1/10 just shy of me. But I do love the big events though.
Yeah, they're great. That's all I'm doing this year really. I haven't done much outside of big events. I've done a couple of league, Porsche Cup Australia League, the AOG one.
Yeah, okay.
But that wasn't too great. There were some really bad drivers there.
Oh, that's not good. Well, to be honest, I think the Porsche Cup either brings out the best or the worst in people. Like, it's pretty unforgiving, that car.
Yeah, but just like dirty drivers in that sense.
Yeah, okay. Not people just trying to pull off stands with...
No. Well, actually, there was this one guy. His name was actually Gordon Ramsay. Every time he was behind me, knocked me.
Oh, really? That's annoying.
Yeah, guy was awful, man. Every time he braked in a Porsche Cup for Daytona, he braked at a GT3 braking point for T1, while there were 4 cars ahead of him, and he took all of us out.
Oh, that's silly.
And apparently it's us moving under braking. Did the same thing at Imola as well. Took me out, did T1.
Oh god, it just makes it bad for everyone. Surely, like, the league can say, just get out of here.
Oh, they were close to. It was very close to a race ban.
Yeah, good. Because makes it worse for everyone, and then they end up losing drivers who make the league better for them, you know?
Exactly.
Like,
Well,
push
actually,
it
to be
out.
fair, the pro drivers are fine. They're so far up ahead it doesn't really affect them. But like pro am and am drivers, it'll yeah, drivers like that ruin it for
Yeah.
us.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Also, I'm on push to talk, so if I don't answer you straight away, it's because I can't reach my button while I'm turning.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine, man. I'm just stuffing around in practice.
What race are you practicing for?
I love them on.
Oh yeah, GT3s, I guess.
Yeah. Because I was running, I made a setup for a good race, and I was like, oh, this is comfortable, and, you know, confirmation bias, because I got 7th. And I was like, this feels comfortable, and then I was just trying out another setup, and I was like, oh, this is okay, I think my one's better. And now I'm popping back into mine, I kid you not, I have not made it to the Mulsanne Straight.
Oh no.
I know, I just keep, I'm like, I'm on cold tyres, but I just keep looping it.
Yeah. I understand
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, it's just because like, I was feeling this weird thing, like the car would snap from understeer to oversteer.
Oh yeah, that's
Almost.
the worst. That's the worst.
Yeah, like it would almost do it like suddenly. It wasn't. It was repeatable, but it was only just because like a constant steering input, like constant input. It would just
Yeah.
go understeer, and just go no, thank you, I'm
Wow.
oversteer now.
That's awful,
Yeah.
man. I
Yeah.
couldn't drive that.
I only like worked on the setup for like 20 minutes before the race, so that's it wasn't fantastic. And
That's how
I've
it's
done
done,
that
man.
second one
Last minute is the only way to go.
now. Sorry, say that again.
Last minute is the only way to go.
Ah, exactly. That's how I live my life sometimes.
Same, my assessments especially.
Oh yeah. Uni?
Polytech.
Not sure what that
Studying
is.
business. Oh, it's like in between uni and high school.
Oh, cool. So it's kind of like our TAFE, if you know what that is.
You got a toy
No
car on
clue.
So
the
it's
way.
like a
What the-
tertiary study.
Yeah, it is
Um,
tertiary study,
The
yeah.
next car's the
You
leader.
get like certificates and diplomas.
Yeah, I'm doing a diploma in business.
Yeah, so it's like our TAFE. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's chill, but I prefer to be doing other things, but I can't really.
You're in third.
Yeah, fair enough.
There we go, past the leader, let's go.
So you're in first place now?
Yep,
Heck yeah. That's what we like to see.
he had some sort of problem at the exit of propulsion curves.
They're pretty tricky to get, because if you stuff up the entrance to them, then it just kills you the entire way through.
Yeah, you got to set up the start to get everything else right, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's gone again. Now I don't have any pressure.
Oh, easy win.
Well, let's hold off with that first. There's still 40 minutes to go.
God, how long are the races?
1 hour each.
Oh man, okay, that's... I might have to start... no. Next year, when they make it GT3, I'll have to start entering them. I'm not going to buy a GTE car now.
Yeah, no,
No
absolutely not, no. Although the Porsche, the sound from that one is just amazing. No,
I have
honest,
heard that.
yeah, it rivals with the 787B for me.
Yeah, okay. That's some
It's-
big shoes to fill.
It's violent, that car. The sound of that thing is just so, it's great.
It is. We were lucky enough to get it in Sydney like twice, I think, through the Top Gear Festival.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and have it hooting around Eastern Creek. It was pretty good. It
Yo,
was pretty good.
I so need it. I hope I can hear that car in real life once at least.
Like they often bring it out. I want to say they've brought it for World Time Attack one time. I want to say that too, but I can't 100% confirm that.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I mean, I think we mostly hear of cup cars, and someone's just brought in a GT3R 991 3.2.
Yeah, okay.
For next, I mean, I just saw it on his Insta. He brought it in from, I think it was Japan, and he's going to be racing that next season in GTNZ.
Yeah, GTZ.
GTNZ.
What is that?
GTNZ.
Oh,
GT New Zealand.
In New Zealand. Yep. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry. I was like, what the hell is,
So
what the hell is
good.
this?
I mean, there are. If you watch Trans Am America, they have XGT and GTX, I think it is, which is it's a multi-class race.
This seems unnecessary. You know?
Well, it's just old GT cars, so they don't get rotted out in old warehouses and stuff. It's a
Yeah,
good way to
okay.
keep them going.
That's true. There's no better way to keep a car, you know, running than driving it.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just it's great to see these old cars that usually would be put out of service driving around a track.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if the drivers are old rich dudes.
To be honest, old rich dudes,
Well,
their
Ben Keating.
eccentricities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their eccentricities, I feel like a lot of other people benefit from it, you know, indirectly. Like, I did a job for this guy, at his house, and he built a quote, unquote, sorry, it's going through Dunlops, quote unquote shed, down the back of his house, and it was like a 3-story garage, with a drive-in movie theater on the front of it. But yeah, long story short is this guy owned 13 Mustangs.
Jeez, far out. I mean, yeah, I'll admit, like, old rich dudes do help out the sport to keep it alive, because I think without old rich dudes we wouldn't really see much driving.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially GT3.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That's what it is. Oh, so good.
And GT2 wouldn't be a category either.
Oh, is it still a category?
Oh, they've restarted it since 2020. It's only in Europe, though. It's they're slower than GT3 cars, but faster than GT4 cars. They've got more power than GT3 cars, but less aero.
Yeah,
But
okay.
they're only like a second or two off GT3 times.
That's not too bad at all. And less error as well. That's pretty good. Are they the, like the Ford GT, like, are they of the older era, or are they
No,
like
no,
the
no.
new
So
car?
they're new cars. So the KTM,
Oh, wow.
KTM Expo GTX or GT2, whichever one you want to call it. Then there's the Audi RS R8 GT2, the Brabham. Hold on, I've got a break.
You're fine.
There was a Brabham last year. I'm not sure if it's still running this year. Then they've got the Porsche GT2 RS, a Mercedes AMG GT2. Mercedes just started their customer program for that series, and I know there was another manufacturer, but I can't remember it right now.
No, that's pretty good. There's a fair few manufacturers in it already. Like, it's only been going for 3 or 2 and a bit years.
Yeah, exactly, and it's not. Hold on. It's very specifically for AM drivers, so I think the maximum driver rating you can have is a silver, FIA
Yeah, okay.
silver grade, and it's mainly
Yeah,
for bronze
yeah.
and silver drivers. Yeah.
As like a transition series, perhaps. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. For young drivers to learn their feet and old drivers to have fun.
Heck yeah. That's the dream, isn't it? Become an
Oh,
old
yeah.
driver and
I remember watching IMSA once and seeing a 70-something-year-old, I think it was 72-year-old racing an LMP3 car.
oh man, you know he's bankrolling it, but as well you're like, please don't crash it.
Woo! Just had a spin, but I'm alright. I didn't have a spin, I sort of slammed on the brakes and got it back. I lost 2 seconds, it's alright.
Oh, that's peanuts.
Yeah.
I've got full Tokyo drift in the Corvette curves. Excellent.
Yeah, I hate driving a GTE 3 around here. It's
You've got about 5
too
laps
slow
of
for me.
fuel.
I've only driven the GTPs or the LMPs or the LMP2s
LMDHs,
or
LMDH.
or LMDH, whichever class it is. I've only ever driven them around on test drive between
Oh
seasons.
yeah. I do prefer LMP1, especially the well, obviously the Porsche.
Yeah.
But that's such a great car. I did one video of it where I nearly cried because of how good it was.
Oh really? Oh wow, that's an emotional movement, that one.
That car is like, that's my absolute favourite racing car ever. That thing is just an engineering masterpiece. It's on both of my home screen laptops, on my home screens on my laptops. It's my profile picture for my Polytech account. It's just everything, that car.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. If it's anything, I used to have a weird obsession with a weird obsession. I think it's justified, but a bit of an obsession with the Porsche Carrera GT back in the day.
Oh yes, that is a beauty. Yeah,
That is
road car with an
it's-
F1 engine.
It's still such a sexy car as well.
It hasn't aged, eh? It still looks like relatively new.
Absolutely, absolutely. But maybe that's just bias of our age.
True.
Like I still don't think that the S2000 ever aged. I think that looks
That's my
fantastic for
favourite
us.
road car as well.
Oh, it's a bad time to tell you I owned one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had one about a decade ago now, to be honest.
Wow.
I'm 31, and I bought it for my 90th birthday for myself. I'm not a rich kid. I went into a huge amount of debt because my parents are idiots and they didn't tell me otherwise.
Oh dear. Well, at least you
Yes,
can
it
say you owned an S2000.
At least I can say that, yes. It was only 23 grand as well.
Oh,
when I
that's
bought it.
alright.
Nah, exactly. But I was an apprentice, so I was earning $400 a
Oh,
week.
okay. Whoops.
Yeah, big whoops. Oh well. But I had it for about 4 years. I sold it for 13 grand. I know.
Ooh, how?
Yeah, it was falling apart.
Oh,
It was-
okay, yeah.
It was, it was driven by a teenager, like a
Yeah, fair enough.
It was driven by a teenager. I took it to track days. Yeah, it wasn't the best example of one by that, which is a bit of a shame. Because I wish I had the money to sort of, put it in the garage and hold on to it and all that sort of fun stuff. But
Yeah,
oh well.
yeah.
That was your fastest lap
I
of the
need to
session.
own an S2000. It's like, oh yeah, that's my obsession, yeah.
What was it, sorry?
That car is my obsession, the S2000. It's like,
Yeah.
it's the only thing I drive on AC, Macedo Corsa.
Okay. It's a very, 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 very fun car to drive, but as sad as it is, I don't think I appreciated it so much as I should have.
Snap oversteer seems to be a bit of a problem, I've heard.
I don't know if I ever pushed it that much, but my following car, I know I had a lot more confidence with.
Oh, okay,
which
yeah.
was so I can't comment on it, to be honest, because as I said, even though I took it to track days, even though I hooned with it literally every Thursday night with my mates, nearby we've got like this 30-kilometer single lane.
Oh,
stretch.
how good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we did that every single Thursday, but I can't comment too much because I don't think I knew enough about driving at the time.
Yeah,
I do know that I spun going around a corner at 40 kilometers an hour though. That was scary. But that was just driver error.
Wow, that's impressive. I don't know how to do that. I wouldn't know how to do that.
I think it just snapped off the throttle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, lift off oversteer.
It just goes, Yeah, it just goes, hey, guess what? You're spinning.
You're spinning,
then.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't think I knew enough about it to comment on how it handled. I know it was nice and fun, but yeah, I had a front wheel drive after that, and then that thing I was a lot more confident with.
Yeah. Well, P2's starting to catch me.
How long left?
29 minutes.
Okay. How far is he behind?
3.5.
Plenty. He's not in range of the Zuck yet.
No,
Right.
not yet. Oh, 2.8 now. iRacing timing is a bit weird when you go through some really high-speed corners.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because of being such a long lap as well, you can't be like, okay, what's it at this point? You know? It takes forever to get back to that point.
Oh, please don't be a slowdown. Woo! Thank God. Close.
The car in P2 just set the fastest lap. 3 minutes, 25.847.
Yep, Pete's just set the fastest lap, so I'm going to try and beat that now.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Cool. It's a man on a mission.
Absolutely, but I'm on a bigger mission to win this race. I'm 4/10 up on my best lap now, and that's like by the first
Yeah.
straight.
It's amazing how, like, one little tiny exit.
Yeah, it's crazy, eh? Around this track, it
Oh.
made so much.
So much. I was racing the TCRs in the Michelin Pilot Challenge last week, or 1 week before at Road America, and that was exactly like that too, because those cars have no power.
Yeah.
And
I've seen them go pretty
every-
fast on the Nürburgring though. I saw them get up to like 290.
Oh yeah, but sorry, they are quick when they want to be, but like
Oh, right.
you can if you scrub the fronts, you like scrub off speed. If you're going too hot, you'll scrub off speed by trying to get the car rotated again. So you've really got to nail the corner on those things, I find, to try and like maximize your exit, of course. But like it was like very bad, well not very bad, very hard to do.
Yeah.
Road America. It was fun though. It was fun. To be honest, I think that series is my favourite series as well.
I've only ever driven them on Assetto Corsa, the actual one.
Okay.
I did it for like a World Sim Series race that was some sort of like nearly sort of official league of Assetto Corsa, and it was alright. It was around the Nürburgring GP, but it was hard on the brakes.
Yeah. The ones in iRacing, at least, they set them up really stiff at the back end from the iRacing default setup. So like you get on the brakes too much, and then they just whip the back end on you.
Yeah, that's what I found too.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't brake while turning. You have to, at least at high speed. You just have to be in an like exactly straight line to brake.
Oh, they're not that bad.
Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, that's what I've seen from AC.
Yeah.
It could be very
With
different from
AC,
iRacing,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not that bad here, but yeah, I can definitely feel that. If you have a GT4 car, I'd recommend that series though. It's only once every 2 weeks.
I do have the BMW, but GT cars are really not my area of driving.
Yeah, okay. But you drive the Porsche Cup car?
Yeah, I do every so often. I drove it for a season, like one season, like last.
Yes, check your
Was it this?
fastest lap
No,
of
it was
the
this year. But it wasn't for very long though.
Okay. That's funny. I'm like, the Porsche Cup's like one of my favourite cars.
It's a great car. I drove it for the Nürburgring 24 with Jeremy and Tom. It was really
very
good,
nice.
You
but
have about 2
it's
laps of fuel
just
left.
GTs in general, not really my area.
Yeah.
Like, not really the way I drive.
I'm guessing more higher downforce then?
Absolutely. I mean, even open wheels,
Yeah,
I'm not that great. It's really stick to prototypes.
Yeah, fair
LMP1, P2, LMDH, and so on. That's really my area of. I think I moved through the ranks too fast, honestly. I went from MX5 straight to Ferrari Challenge and then straight into LMP2. Once as soon as I could, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I went to MX5s and I did like the Fanatec Challenge. So
Oh,
like
yes.
Kia Optima. And
Yeah.
That
Oh my gosh.
Stuffing around.
Yeah.
And then Porsche Cup and GT3 through C Class and B and A.
Oh, I did do Formula 3 for a while in Apex Racing League. I did a season of that.
I'm waiting for them to split the licenses from open wheels to tin tops.
Oh, is it confirmed now that they're going to do that?
Oh, it's all but confirmed because apparently someone on Reddit sleuthed that they like there's a achievement that they saw.
Oh.
Yeah, like open road license sort of thing. But then they removed it again, so of course you can't confirm it.
True. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just all Reddit rumors, but
Yeah, well,
I'm
I mean,
hoping they do.
we've talked about it in PSN before. I think we had a small chat about it. And I think just general, just talking about how it would work.
Like the reason I want it is because I know I'm not very good with open wheelers, and I kind of want open wheelers to be just a fun, sort of relaxing. I don't care so much about my I rating.
Yeah,
But
totally.
I know
get
what's
you
going to
there.
happen is that I will get into it, I will get serious about it, and I'll be like, why can't these two licenses be linked so I can improve my I rating everywhere?
Ah, yeah, well, you can only have it one way or the other.
I know.
There we go. Now,
You just hit the fastest lap.
now I've got
Yeah.
the fastest lap of the session.
What was it say?
Now I've got the fastest lap of the session.
Yeah, perfect. What's the gap to second?
4.8.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Walking away from him.
Yeah, it just needs a little bit more focus. So I needed.
I'm sorry for distracting you.
No, it's not. I wasn't bashing you for that. Just needed to focus a bit more on what I was doing rather than sort of dreaming off in La La Land.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Oh, now it's 6.3.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 6.1.
Maybe P2 had some sort of issue or something.
Maybe like, yeah, clip the curb. Oh, is there any curbs you can clip?
What's that?
Maybe he went too wide on.
Oh,
maybe
could
he went
be.
too wide on the exit of Porsche curves, perhaps, and then clip the wall a little bit, perhaps.
Could be.
I can imagine you can carry a lot of speed with those things through there.
Oh yeah, I'm right up. Some laps I'm right up against the curb there.
Yeah.
It's very scary when you hear the sound and you're like, oh, I'm actually that close. Okay. Okay, time for the inlet. And P3 is 22 seconds behind me, so I'm not worried about that either.
22 seconds. Well, yeah, you gotta go for the win though. You gotta go for the win.
Trying. Gonna box this lap.
Don't forget to pit for more fuel.
Oh. That was a, what's it called? Slide into pit lane.
Oh, that's pretty nice though.
Yeah, I had to lock the brakes
Pit box
just to make
in
sure I got
10.
down to the pit speed limit.
God.
5,
No, thank
It's
you.
all good.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
Okay, let's go.
I did a race at Barcelona in the GT3s just last week.
That's a good track for GT3s.
Oh, I was woeful at it. I was like, my best time was like a 1:42.5 or something.
Actually, I wouldn't know.
Was,
I've only driven it on GT Sport. I've never actually driven it on RAC.
Oh, it's a really good track. It's just it's full of the corners that I struggle with, which is like
Oh, okay.
constant medium,
The car
constant
behind
or
you,
decreasing radius or dual apex medium speeds. High speed I'm fine with, low speed I'm fine with. It's just medium speed corners really, and it's full of them.
Ouch. Yeah, that's, yeah, I get you.
Especially because the track's so wide. Like, I either turn in too late, too early, put my car in the wrong spot. Like, I just get lost. It's like, I feel like I'm swimming on that track. Like Silverstone's the same. I'm so bad at Silverstone.
Oh, okay. It's funny because those are the two tracks that I'm actually really good at.
Oh, there you go. That's very funny. That is very funny.
Well, I did do the Logitech G Challenge on ACC for Silverstone, and I practiced like every single day. So Silverstone is probably one of the tracks I've done the most laps around.
That definitely does help. But like a narrow track like Red Bull Ring, Zandvoort, Nürburg, for instance, like the Nordschleife.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
we're doing something narrow like that, I am all over it. I will use every single inch of that track.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, when it gets wide, I'm just bad.
Do you race on single or triples or VR?
VR.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking VR, you could probably like see where you're actually going. I can't. I'm on a laptop
Yeah.
screen, so I can't really see anything aside from what's in front of me.
Wait, actually, that's insane.
Well, yeah, it's the only way. It's the only thing I've got.
Yeah. It's good that the laptop keeps up with it as well, like without throttling itself.
On my streaming laptop did that when I ran iRacing on it. You can ask any of the other guys. It was terrifying doing an endurance race with me. is I'd disappear for like 30 seconds because my CPU couldn't handle all the cars, and then once my CPU cooled down, it would put me back on the track, and it's just, yeah, I'd disappear from them for 30 seconds and then reappear again, and they're like, yeah, heart attacks every single time.
I know exactly that feeling. Because when I was first getting into like the VRS Enduros, my mate and I were doing it, and at Okayama, funnily enough, I think because the cars are so close to each other on like the different sides of the circuit, like you don't get too far away from each other. That's my theory. But I was getting like paging errors and such. I was running out of memory. And like to the point where I disappeared. But I came back. But my friend couldn't see me. I was like, but I'm racing other cars. Like I can hit other cars. Like if I got that close. And let's be honest, that's when I was first doing them. So yes, I did hit other cars. But I could hit other cars and impact them. And I was like racing around. But we did like 4 or 5 laps like that. But they weren't counting, like because I wasn't there.
No way. How good.
Oh, it was, yeah. So after that, I was like, nah. Rip out, new CPU, more memory, let's go. Never again.
Yeah, well, my streaming laptop actually, for some reason, just suddenly stopped like working with iRacing. So, hold on, I have to tell you the whole story on the straight. It's a long one.
You're fine.
So I'm originally, I was born and raised in Switzerland. And hold on. And I've mates there, and my one mate had this gaming laptop, and Omen, whichever one it is, I'm not sure. And because my laptop didn't work anymore, he said he'll send it over with my family that were coming over just after my laptop broke, and I can use it until I find a better option. Hold on.
It's still your best option?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, my family went back and I had to give the laptop because I couldn't find a better option. Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm just buying it off them now. I'll pay him back at some point.
Yeah, that's good though. It's good that they can do that for you.
Yeah, he was great. Otherwise I wouldn't be in iRacing now.
Yeah, nice. It's one of those things, isn't it, where iRacing is so expensive, and some people just seem to have a lot of money just to buy every truck and such, but then there's other people where it's just, you know...
Yeah, I know exactly. I mean...
You got to have 5 laps of fuel left.
Exactly. I'm on a G29 with TLCM pedals. My laptop's on a laptop stand that's on a shoebox.
Man,
everything, yeah. I used to be way worse though.
But you're still here. You're still here, that's the main thing.
Oh yeah, I was still here. My previous setup was in my grandparents' house on the kitchen table with a garden chair as my seat, and G29 pedals as well before the TLCMs arrived. And it was bad, man. It was so bad to race on it. My back hurt so much after those races.
Yeah, it would have for sure. But it's also good because it means you really want to be here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I use, actually, to be honest, sim racing isn't that much of my passion. I mainly use it to prepare for like real life races when I do get there at some point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just to sort of, you know, get the racecraft and so on. Of course, I'll probably never stop doing it, but it's not something I would want to do for a living.
No, that's true. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 18. I moved to New Zealand to become a racing driver in the first place. So.
That makes a bit more sense now.
Yeah.
It's always hard to tell with voice.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I just do this. It is fun from time to time, but like, usually not. Especially not league races in the AOG with Porsche Cup.
Exactly. the irony is that you're saying that you wanna, you might give it up when you get to.
Oh no,
real
I'll never
races,
give it
that-
up, but it's
Well, not
just...
give it up, like, but that's what you're doing. It
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah,
Okay,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I did the club life and all that sort of fun stuff, and now I'm like, yep, sim racing's my jam. I sold the S2000, like I said, and my next car, it was a 3 MPS, or master speed, I think you call it.
Oh,
master
yep,
speed
yep.
3. Yeah, it ran like 18.5 pound of boost. Did a full
Fucking hell.
chassis brace kit on it.
What the
This thing
heck?
was stiff as a board. Like you'd go around a corner and you'd cock the inside leg on the rear. It was it's good fun. Good fun.
Jeez.
But yeah, sold that. That was my quote unquote race car.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yep, sell all that stuff. And I kid you not, when I sold the MPS or Master Speed, I bought my sim rig. I used that money to buy this.
So do you have a car now, or do you just get around
Yeah,
with
I've got a Isuzu D-Max
Oh, yeah.
for work. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
nothing too fun.
Well, I mean, I've had hand-me-downs from one guy from the US who used to be on the team, gave me the TLCMs, and I've got the foldable rig from
Yeah,
Jeremy
nice.
because he upgraded. Super grateful for that. Otherwise, I would be still nowhere near where I am now.
Is that the next level? Foldable rock?
Yes, the next level foldable rig,
Yeah.
the GT
Yeah,
GT
nice.
Light, I think it's called.
That's what I've looked at getting, to be honest.
Oh,
as
what
well.
have you got at the moment?
I have the next level wheel stand, it's like the original wheel
Oh,
stand of theirs.
okay, yeah.
And I have that in front of my couch.
Jeez.
But I'm in VR, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, true. What wheel do you run?
I've got the Fanatec Club Sport 2.5.
Is that a belt drive?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So it was at the time of buying, it was the belt drive you got because direct drive was well too expensive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it still is relatively... It's gotten a lot cheaper, but it still is quite
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, exactly. And it's still 8.5 Newton meters of torque, so it's plenty. And a lot of review channels, which maybe I cherry picked them, you never know, confirmation bias, all that fun stuff, were saying that it's, the 2.5 is basically, the one I've got is, sorry, my watch was buzzing, I was just having a look at it and almost died. But yeah, they're saying that like the Fanatec CSL direct drive is basically the same as the 2.5.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like you get a bit more fidelity out of it, but it's the same strength. And if you have 2.5, it's not worth upgrading. But if you're coming from something else, go
True,
for it.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I bought this like 6 years ago. Well, I started iRacing like a year ago.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm on for about 1.5 years now.
You'll get a whole $1.
Yeah, I know. Can't believe it.
Honestly, like, there's no reason for them to give away free money. So happy days. Like, because my friends like, yeah, cool, $4, hooray. But it's like it's something for nothing.
Yeah, good point.
Like, they don't have to.
Yeah, true.
You'll need to take care of your tyres.
Well, then again, they're not really giving it away. It's not like they're actually giving us physical money, they're just giving us whatever amount that it would cost to buy something, which, in fairness, isn't really that much of a cost to iRacing, I'd say.
It's not. It's definitely not. But it's still something.
Yeah, it's still something, absolutely.
And like, even if you had every intention of just resubscribing and you don't want to buy any more cars or tracks, well, it's still like $1 or $2 off your subscription for the following year.
Oh, is it? Do
What's
iRacing
this
credits also count towards subscriptions?
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
Oh, well, I've just switched over from Steam subscription, so... Wow,
Ah.
that's great. yeah, Steam like skyrocketed in price for some reason, probably to adjust to inflation. So I was like, nah, stuff this. Went straight to iRacing and converted it.
Yeah, yeah, and also Steam take like a 30% cut or something. So,
Yeah, that's quite big, yeah.
yeah, so maybe they just inflated their prices on Steam to make sure they get their money's worth as well.
Yeah, well, I was only able to buy it on Steam at the start because I didn't have a debit card, and my mum probably wouldn't have let me go out buy it. So I got like a PaySafe card thingy. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a...
Oh, yeah, we have something similar here.
Yeah, exactly. So I got one of those, and because iRacing was like a large percentage off, so I just got it.
Yeah, it's around, actually around about now. September, August, October. It's Black Friday sales.
Oh, actually, no, I've been on there for nearly 2 years now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
True.
There you go, yeah, because it would be a Black Friday sale.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what it was, I think it was.
Yeah, they do it every year and it's like half price. That's exactly what I'll be doing. I'll be like, yep, cool, half price, sign me up again.
Yeah, I've been doing off monthly because I don't have like 100 and something, well closer to 200 if you're Kiwi dollars to spend on a yearly subscription at one time.
It's a bit rough, especially being 18.
Oh yeah, and as a student as well.
Yeah. No,
But I'm
absolutely,
lucky I get to
absolutely.
live with my grandparents for free as well.
Nah, yeah, exactly. And besides, you're only 18, you know. The longer you stay in free accommodation, the better.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. But I would like to move out at some point. It's nice here, but like I'm stuck in the side room of a garage. That's tiny.
Yeah.
I can jump from my bed to my rig straight away.
And being an 18-year-old male, it does make bringing people home a little bit harder.
Oh, I have zero social life, so it's fine.
Ah, that's fair. Ah, that's fair enough.
I'm very much an introvert and would prefer to be one.
An introvert that puts himself on a Discord chat with no one else on there, and
Yeah.
then just sees and hops on.
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, it's not that hard being online. I'm more of an introvert, like in real life. I don't
Yeah.
talk to anyone. I don't start conversations.
I get you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
get
especially
you.
not clubbing. that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was never fun. My theory is that no one ever has fun clubbing. People just think they have fun, or people think that other people are having fun. So it's like, well, I have to be having fun because
Good
everyone else
point.
is having fun. So
Yeah.
it's just
Interesting.
more socially acceptable, but it's one of those things that no one talks about, and no one actually
Interesting.
likes clubbing.
Yeah, I've never thought of it like that, eh?
Well, just think about it. You can't talk to anyone.
Yeah,
You just have
exactly.
to yell at them. People pretend to like dancing and then they go dancing for like 10 minutes and go, yeah, I've had enough of that. What else is there for the next 15 hours? It's... yeah. People just go there to get sweaty bodies up against other sweaty bodies and take
Drink.
that sweaty body home. That's what's fun about it, but you can't talk to anyone. You can't, yeah, it's not... The actual act of clubbing is
You have
not fun.
about 2 laps of fuel left.
Interesting. I never thought about it like that. Well, still my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Like I like hanging out with a good like 2, 3, 4 people, but any more than that, it's just nah.
Bit
Too
rough.
much. Yeah, not a bit rough,
Yeah.
but like it's just sort of, I don't know. Especially as an
You take it
introvert,
back.
hard to get your word in.
Yeah. Yeah, you sort of take a back seat and just let everyone else.
yeah, exactly. That's more of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. I did my best lap time on full fuel.
Good stuff.
That is exciting.
That's great. My tyres are starting
feel
to
like it's
go.
Your tires? Oh no. Do you change them?
Oh no, not in ESS. It's only like you do a stint, which is about 50 or 40 minutes. Hold on, I've got to go through Porsche. do you do 40 minutes on them, and then the rest of the 20 minutes you stay on them. It's not worth changing tyres because the refueling will take too long.
It takes so long, yeah.
One more lap
Makes a
to
lot of
win.
sense.
Alright, last lap.
I was 0.3 up on this lap, and I was like, yeah, heck yeah, and then
But
get the best exit I've ever had onto the Mulsanne Straight, and I got off track and
it
it
never
slowed down.
works. Yeah, that's something I've learned over the years. You see you're up, you need to make sure that you keep your head down. Don't get excited, don't get emotional about it. Just keep going.
Yeah, and don't be like, I'm up. Let's try and get more up by braking later.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That seems like a very good idea.
Never works, man. Stay well away from it.
Never works. Never ever works.
28 seconds to P3 and 42 seconds to P4
Heck yeah.
and 5.8 to P2. It was pretty quick.
He's quick, but yeah, quicker, obviously.
Well, he catches me like every few laps, and then like I just do one quick lap, and then I've sort of built at least half that gap back up again, and then I can chill for the next few laps.
Yeah, nice. So he's pretty inconsistent by the sound of it, though.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. But to be fair, it's a hard track to be
It's,
consistent
yeah,
on.
exactly. It's such a long lap.
Such a long lap. Okay, so let's soften that rear suspension even more. What could go wrong?
It's good that you're learning our setups so early
have
on.
about
It
one
took-
lap
it
of
took
fuel
ages to
left.
learn our setups.
Early on. Oh gosh. Not early on at all, my friend. Not early on at all. I worked in a mechanic shop for like 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 5 years.
That would help slightly.
Yeah. And I set up my own track cars for.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll help too, yeah.
That said, you didn't have any of the adjustments like this though. I didn't have any of the feedback or data logging. It was all just what my butt told me.
I much prefer what my butt tells me than anything that's data or whatever. I'm a lot better in real life in a race car than I am on sim racing just because I have that extra feedback.
Yeah, it is hard with sim racing. That's especially iRacing as well because all you get is what the steering column will tell you. You don't get like seat of the pants feel that other sims do, like Project Cars or ACC or AC, all give you extra flavour through the wheel to let you feel the car more. Whereas
Yeah.
iRacing is like no realism,
Don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
to pit this lap for more fuel.
so they don't do that. Which I honestly commend them for their. Oh my god, understeer. I honestly commend them for their commitment to realism.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean,
You won.
they may hold on. The guy's talking to me. There we go. I mean, they may not have by far the worst GT3 physics, but I mean, the realism in terms of just competition as well. The netcode system, although we complain about it a lot, compare that to ACC where cars actually glitch around the track and stuff. I'd say it's better here on iRacing than it is on any other sim.
Absolutely, and really, if any, if a lot of the world's professional drivers use it, that's got to tell you something.
Yeah, exactly, that as well. Yeah.
Like Max Verstappen, I'm a bit of an F1 fan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Max Verstappen spends a lot of time on here. He enters a lot of endurance races.
Oh,
on
yeah,
iRacing.
yeah. I've seen that, yeah.
If he's here, that's good enough for me.
Fair enough,
Shane Van
yeah.
Gisbergen,
Oh,
Shane
yeah.
Van Gisbergen, a Kiwi. Do you follow him?
Oh, I
know
follow.
that at
Yeah, I
all?
follow everything that's not F1 really.
Okay. Well, then you would know that he recently won his rookie race in
Yeah, yeah.
NASCAR.
I watched the whole race.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
It was, and
Um,
he came P10 in Indianapolis NASCAR race last weekend as well.
yeah, good on him. Good on him.
And he did a truck race in an oval where he came P19, I think.
Yeah, okay. But as well, like, if you look at his iRacing, where I'm going with it, if you look at his iRacing profile, he does a lot of oval racing on iRacing. And he hops into a real car and absolutely kills it. Like, come on.
Yeah, true.
You know, there has to be some sort of correlation there. They're like, iRacing are getting something right. They're
Yeah,
getting
well,
something right.
I think did iRacing start off as an oval simulator, or did they have
Yeah.
they always been
Yeah,
road?
100%. No, I started as oval.
Well, yeah, then that's what they've got the most data on, and that's what they're best at, I'd say.
And that's why the netcode's so good, is because oval racing's all so close and
So
small touches.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it just sort of trickled down to road, which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly, and it works well. It's I mean, again, GT3 physics pretty rubbish, but aside from that, most other cars are they're quite solid.
Why do you say the GT3s are rubbish though?
Oh, just the way they drive compared to, like, I've talked to real racing drivers who drive GT3s and said they see iRacing's not anywhere near as realistic as something like ACC is. But ACC isn't really that realistic with GT3s either.
Yeah, and ACC is the official partner.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
GT3.
Of the
So-
GT3 series, yeah.
Yeah, and like they get all the data. They have exclusive rights to some cars, you know. So like if they're not getting it right, like there's,
yeah, exactly. You can't expect
I'm
iRacing to.
I'm an absolute shill for iRacing. You can't say anything bad about it to me.
Oh yeah, well, a few things need improving on, but
I'm
honestly,
mostly
it's really the best there is, and that's why they're so expensive.
Yeah. Exactly, and also, you know, I don't mind the gatekeeping, to be honest, because it means that generally people that are here really want to be here, and if they really want to be here, then they'll treat it with respect and be better for the community.
True. There we go, race win.
You got a race win. Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice.
One of the few this year.
Few this year. God, my last win.
Oh no, I said one of the few this year. I don't think I've had many this year either. In the first place.
I've only got 8 wins, dude.
I just need
In
to see how
total.
many I've got. I've no idea. I've got 14 wins overall and 2 wins this
Nice.
season. This year, sorry. 2 wins this year.
That's very good. 14 wins. It's very nice.
And I had
My
7
last one
wins
was,
in 2022. That's more like it.
God. My last win would have been when the Porsche Cup was at Le Mans, to be honest. And I think I was like 1700 R rating at the time.
Oh yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
That was
But,
a fun combination.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when I was like, oh,